Well, I think if we keep forcing the powers that be to expand the show, I think, the proof is in the pudding. We're making a case that we need more. We're making a case that we want more. Um, and obviously, there's marketing, there's a financial, impetus to grow it or not grow it for the people that have the power to grow it. And so I think if it continues to be more and more marketable, we continue to get these athletes that are natural, that step on stage and don't look natural. If the groundswell of excitement for natural bodybuilding can continue to grow, uh, then my question is always, well, why not? Why wouldn't it continue to evolve into something that no one thought it could ever be?
I think we're in the same boat, like just gearing up for school and dropping kids off, and getting ready to the the bulk of my schedule is going to be consumed with that. I think you on the reverse side though, like you'll be able to walk around the house with the shirt off and wife be all over you.
Lord have mercy, you at it again. Sounds
No, how you feeling? How prep going, man?
it's going well. It's going well. Testing, testing. So yeah,
Prep.
prep is going well. Um, we're right where we need to be. My coach said, I just talked with him briefly today. He said he feels like we're ahead of schedule, so to speak, which to me feels like we right where we need to be. I don't know about, I don't know if there's such thing as being ahead of schedule. I don't know if I believe in ahead of schedule. You either behind or you right where you need to be. So I'll take it.
And the great part about that is that you don't have to worry about like rushing or let's say doing extra cardio because you're trying to catch up or anything like that. You go ahead of schedule, you know, it at least means you don't have to, do any weird tactics or, you know,
Right.
stuff like that.
Yes, sir.
We all been a part of those preps where we have to do something extraordinary. You ever had one of those experiences?
Well, I think my my second prep, which was kind of my first real one, because my first show, I prepped for like, I mean, I don't know. I want to say I prepped about a couple months, but I had just gotten a coach. He was just trying to get to know me. Then I took a whole year and a half off of competing. And so that next show, which is my second show, and I won the overall, but he had to do some serious cutting. And so I felt like it was my hardest prep for a couple reasons. I think I physically had to do more to get to where we want to be, but also mentally I wasn't where I am today. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes if you don't know what's required, some of the things you experience they're kind of surprises to you. So you're not mentally ready for it. And I was like, man, this cardio is gonna kill me, kind of thing. Whereas now, I mean, my cardio is, I mean, it's what it is. I'm doing what I got to do. I don't even flinch. I just do it, you know.
So what was the cardio like back then versus now?
Uh, I'm trying to remember. So back then I didn't do Stairmaster. I did a lot of treadmill work. It might have been I mean it could have been upwards of 40, 45 minutes of like treadmill, fast with incline, and that's post
Times a week,
workout. Hmm?
4 times a week,
No, post, no, so five, because it's post
5 times
workout.
a week.
Yeah, man.
And
And
so
it was
this was
because
from,
he wanted me to be leaner. That was the thing. And
mm,
like I said, he was still learning my body. And I was my leanest up until that point, but it was only my second show. I just had one show to compare to, so I was definitely leaner. I had definitely grown in size, and like I said, I won the overall in Colorado. So, um, but then I feel like my cardio for last year's nationals, so Ben Weider 2025, my cardio was stair. I mean, so I started Stairmaster, because I've never done Stairmaster like ever, and so now I do it. That's like my main. Well, that's my only cardio that I do now is Stairmaster. Um, with the exception of my fasted cardio, I walk. Like fast walk, get my heart rate up for 20 minutes in the morning. So I do that and then I do post workout. But anyway, point being, I felt like I did more cardio because it was Stairmaster. I went up, I think I did like 40 minutes. I think 40 or 41 minutes or something was my highest. And that was crazy. But again, I was mentally in a different place and it was hard, but I did it. And I didn't think it was gonna kill me.
so you said that twice. You was mentally in a different place. What do you mean by that?
So it's almost
You,
like
you mean,
you got to be mentally strong to do certain things, whether it's bodybuild or raise kids, get married, whatever. You got to be in a certain place.
mm,
And I think experience teaches you the preparations that you need. It's kind of like you get on a track and
mm,
you get dusted. You didn't know you weren't ready until the race. You doing your prep, whatever that means, your sprint work, your weight training, thinking you're doing enough, thinking that you line up well with the people you're going to compete against, then you get whooped, then you realize I wasn't ready. So that's the same thing with cardio of the older days. It's like, oh, you can take it, baby. It's like with cardio of the older days. Um, I thought it was enough until I went to nationals my first time in 24, realized my conditioning was not where it needs to be where I need to be, and I still almost got my pro card at first nationals, because I lost in the overall, but still, with that being said, I knew the standard had to go up. And so at that point, you lock in differently. It's like, well, yeah, this is going to be hard, but I know that this is required.
right, right.
You know what I'm saying?
So, Stephen, do you feel that if you would have went to a nationals level tournament competition prior to going there, then you would have been like, I need to make sure I'm lean enough going into my first national show.
Oh yeah, because I would have had the exposure. I would have known what the standard was. And I just didn't really know. And
Mm,
that's why it's good to do, I think, a national show early in your career just to get an idea of what you need to shoot for in terms of
hmm
your preparation, your look. Uh,
hmm
and again, I had a decent look, but I mean, as far as where I needed to be to win, I wasn't there.
So again, if you would have gone to a national show, even if you were in the audience, do you feel that you would have came in better condition when you actually stepped on stage?
I think so because I would have known.
Nice.
I would have had a target.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't really have a target. Um, it's not like I did a lot of research on what the national shows look like. I had won this overall, so I'm like, cool. Think,
Hmm.
life is good. And I mean, don't get me wrong, I
Hmm.
didn't slack off, but I mean, I didn't like, I felt like where I was decent. And then I get to nationals, I'm like, so this is what a national show looked like. And
Yeah.
I didn't just go to a national show. I went to the best and biggest national natural show, Ben Weider's. So I went from 0 to 100, and it was a wake up call. It was eye opening, man. Um, Let me see if I can find it here because I got it right here on my computer. Where is it? I'm gonna go to photos and videos. Are we sharing?
Yeah.
All right, so it's up here. I got all
You
kinds.
wait, you about to share your whole videos? I mean, your whole screen.
I
You
don't
may
know.
come across a video you don't want to.
I don't know. Just I don't have them type of videos.
You have on. Whoa! How did you get to it so fast? This is your first show.
Oh yeah, I
I thought
saved
you
it.
would have had to scroll through so many.
I just saved it from the live stream. So this
That's
is National 2024. I think
that's
my look
impressive,
was
man.
decent. I'm pinching. I could be wider, but I'm kind of pinching in my posing.
Hmm.
My condition isn't horrible. Look at my legs, man. My leg conditioning was just subpar, man. But I didn't know, you
And
know.
you're evaluating based on who's at the show too. So
That's true.
you,
But so do the judges. The judges, I mean, if I looked the best out of everybody, then I would be the standard, but I wasn't the standard. You know what I'm saying? This is Devin's real cool dude, man. He was just peeled.
yeah,
I think
kudos to
I
him
think he's a
because
better poser too.
not only did he win, but he taught you a very important lesson. Like if had he not showed up that day, you probably would have been like, "Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready for the national level."
That's
But
right.
this loss made you go back and say, "I need to up my conditioning."
Yeah. And I mean, and I
So,
knew immediately. Like
mhm,
I knew when I was kind of like in the backstage pump up area and people
mhm,
started like taking off their sweats and stuff. And I'm looking
mhm,
at everybody's chest was big, everybody had abs. Like, I'm like, what in the world? And
mhm,
I immediately, then you start playing the head games. Like, man, do I belong here? Should I have taken more time? All that stuff, man. And
mhm,
still end up doing pretty well. You know,
mhm.
I got second in my 35 and over class. Um, in fact, the gentleman who got second to Tyler at Emerald, Sung Hyun Kim, the one who did kind of like a really nice posing. He did some nice posing with his individual routine. He did a lot of classic physique poses.
Yeah, but recently, you told this
Yeah,
year.
right.
Okay,
So,
okay.
so in Ben Weider 24, he won the 35 and over class that we were in, and he ended up winning the overall in 35. And then Devin, won his class, and then he beat me in the overall. I think I talked about this, but same thing happened last year where I got second in 35, and the person that beat me in 35 won the overall. And then I won my
Yeah.
40 class and lost in the overall. So it's like the exact same thing happened 2 years in a row.
Uh, First of all, I think it's very impressive that you're competing in 35 and over. Um, and you're what? Yeah, are you allowed to say your age on the channel?
I don't care. People know my age. I'll be 50
Dude,
in a couple months.
50 in a couple months and you competing at 35 and over. That's impressive, man.
Dude, I compete
And
in
you
the open
just
too.
and in the open.
Yeah,
So
man.
look, to be this age and yet you're still young in your career, you have so much more potential to go to attain.
I
You're
think so.
just starting off. Would you 4 years, 3 years in, 4 years
Three
in?
years. 3 years in.
Man,
That's my mindset.
you got you
I
got to
don't have
get
a lot of
some
miles.
people on the show. Like, yes, yeah. Say that again.
I don't have a lot of miles on my body. And so, although I'm going against, usually I go against people that have a good deal more experience than me. I don't have the wear and tear on my body from years of lifting. I just don't. And so that's why I'm still packing on muscle because it's almost like it's all new to my body. Like each prep is different. I mean, and this probably goes for most people, but none of my preps have been the same. Like this prep is
Mm,
different, and it's probably the best prep I've ever had. Like my
nice.
conditioning right now, I mean, if I can use my eye test, I would say how I look today is probably how I looked at I'm gonna say 6 weeks out last year, and I'm 13 weeks out. Like everything is coming in, obliques are popping, and
Wait.
like I
They
said,
they are. Can we see a test?
I don't know. Let's see here.
You
I
don't have
might
to
not
unblur
I
your
might not
screen.
post this. Let me see. Uh,
You may edit this part out. Okay. I see him. I see the obliques coming in. I see
bad
them coming
lighting.
in.
Bad lighting. They're
And
not
G gonna
they're not
bang
like
you because you,
Ali's.
huh? They're
They're
not
not
like
like
what?
Ali's.
Oh yeah, that's Ali. I think he's he's a beast. He's a
He's an
what do
alien
you call
man.
it? Yeah, he's an alien, man. He's and he just seems like I never seen him out of shape. So it's kind of like his starting
Yeah,
point is like everybody's desired end state. So if you're starting at that point, you 16 weeks out, if he has 16 weeks to go, like he's smashing everybody. You know, one thing I like about Ali is that just like when Aaron Banks came on the scene, he's forcing everybody to change their posing, to
yeah,
change their presentation. Like he's such a huge trendsetter.
yeah.
And it's just so hard to beat that right now. The
It
only
is.
thing, the only person I think that can, I'm not gonna say the word only, but one person that is seems to be unbeatable right now is Ryan Terry. And I said this before, but it's very hard for me. I may ruffle some feathers when I say this because you know, we went back and forth the last time I said this on the podcast. Ryan Terry, there is no weaknesses. Like no camera view will make him look bad.
Hmm.
And that's what I like about him and Brandon. You know how Gilco and you know change the game with the moving photos, I
Oh
mean
yeah.
moving videography.
Yep.
With some guys, that would damage them. That would damage their look because they're posing a certain way from certain angles, you know, things like that. But with Ryan Terry, with Brandon Hendrickson, there are no bad angles. So the cameraman could take it to shoot it from any angle.
So what
And the
would you
most
say would be a
experienced,
bad angle for Ali?
have you ever seen him post straight on?
I guess
Have
he's
you ever seen him
wider.
pose?
Like genetically, he's wider at the waist, I guess. Yeah.
And so I heard people say that he's genetically wider. I never seen it for myself, so I cannot verbally say that. But that's been a commentary. I heard Brandon say that that's how he can expose him.
Hmm.
But I never visually seen Ali in person. Let me say that, and I never seen the angle from a different standpoint besides him being in the middle. I've never seen Ali prior to this, like this momentum that he's developed. I never seen him beforehand, like when he was up and coming. I don't know if he changed his posing or anything like that. Never seen Ali out of the top three. So he's always right there in the middle.
Yeah.
So if he's like in fifth or he's in fourth or someplace on the edge, he would have to move his body, contort his body a certain way. And I never seen that before. So with Ryan and Brandon, they just no matter what angle they are, they just look good. So that's why I said it's very hard to beat Ryan Terry because there's no bad. How are you going to outpose him? How are you gonna? What are you gonna do? What can you do to beat him?
So I got a name for you. I want to hear your breakdown of this name in comparison to the two you've mentioned. So you've mentioned Ryan Terry, you've mentioned Brandon Hendrickson. What about Kyron Holden?
He's
Because
such a wild card because show me a picture that has him matched up with the other top names.
I don't think I can remember a time.
Send me a screenshot. That's why he's such a wild card. You don't know what to expect. The only Chiron that I can visually see is his last look, and that was so impressive.
Well,
So
you heard
impressive.
what Mannion said.
What
Uh,
he said.
he said probably maybe one of the best looks he's ever seen in men's physique. Like he said that. Arguably, I mean, he said best look of Chiron's career and maybe one of the best looks he's ever seen in men's physique division, which is
One thing,
something coming from Tyler Mannion.
one thing I like, and I'm pretty sure a lot of the people in the industry like, is when a person comes back looking better.
Mm,
And every single Chiron look that I can remember, he's gotten better and better and better. Remember when he beat Banks in Pittsburgh Pro? Was it like 2022? Was it
was it Pittsburgh or are you
2021?
talking about the Legion?
It's been a long time because he went away for a little bit, didn't he?
He did. So are you talking about the show when Aaron Banks did what most Olympian champions don't do, and that's compete in a big show before the Olympia? You remember that? And people said it was a risk? Or are you
I
talking about
don't
another show?
remember. So when it comes to Aaron competing, I remember him winning show after show after show, and then coming. I think that was his rookie year. But there was a time where maybe it was his second year then when Kyron came and he beat him. Because didn't Aaron win every show? Didn't Aaron win every show when he came in second place in
So
2020, his
so in
first Olympia appearance?
his first Olympia appearance, he got second. And he lost to Brandon. That
Okay.
was 21. That was 21.
Okay. What year did Kyron compete against Aaron?
23.
Okay. So Aaron's second year. So in second year when Kyron came out, he looked great. But that's but going back to my original point, everybody loves it when athlete comes back looking better. And every single time Kyron comes back, he looks better and better. So
No doubt.
he's such a wild card. It's so hard to say he can beat Ryan Terry because I never seen them side by side.
I'm going to see if I can find it. Hopefully, it don't take me long to do it.
Has
Uh,
he ever competed against Brandon?
he has, but he's never beat Brandon. And I think he's competed against Brandon like in the Olympia. Because Chiron, and
Yes.
now you're challenging
But,
my Olympia history
but
knowledge.
here's the thing. I've never seen them side by side.
Oh
Kyron,
no,
like
I haven't
he's
because he's always been the knock on Chiron. At least the knock used to be he doesn't show up in Olympias. Now, Lucky always says that it's not that he doesn't show up, and I don't disagree with him. He says it's not that Chiron doesn't show up at Olympias, is that there are people who show up that are better than him. So I think Chiron. Oh man, I'm gonna jack this up. So excuse me, everybody listening, but I believe he has gotten top three, top four in an Olympia. I just don't know what year it was. Um, but then I think he took some time off, like you said, and it was in 2023 that he kind of almost like reintroduced himself as somebody to be reckoned with, and that's when he B Banks in Legion, because that's when Aaron, I mean, he looked kind of sad. He looked like he was pretty upset about what was going on, but I mean, Chiron brought a crazy package. I'm going to bring it up here. Um, you'll see in a
by
minute.
the way, if
Yep,
there's anybody out there that is great at navigating, it would be great to have you on the show while we're talking. Like you can find this, you can find what we're talking about, bring it up. If you're good at editing, that would be even better. So anybody
for
out there
sure,
listening, just hit one of us up, okay?
for sure.
I feel like when you and I, when all four of us, when all four of the hosts, when we're talking, sometimes we just talk. When we're in a group chat, we just talk. Like it'd be great to have somebody else doing this because we're slowing down our momentum, and you got good things to say, but you're doing two things at once. You know,
Sure, sure. So this is when Chiron beat Aaron. So
like
this is 2023. This is the year after Aaron Banks won the Olympia.
hey, Stephen, 1 second before you continue. Before you don't have to click to see the larger image, but if you look at that top middle one, don't click it yet. Look at Kyron's silhouette. I already know what this picture is going to look like because I visually remember he had a very thick chest, right?
Yeah,
I remember this one. But look at that silhouette. Look at the silhouette. That's incredible. But go ahead.
there you
Go ahead. I
go.
just wanted to
It's crazy, man. And
I bet this is the one.
if you recall, Banks had his hand on his hips, and he just looked. I don't like to use the word defeated, but he looked defeated. He looked like he was angry and just not happy with what was going on. It's interesting, and what I want to do in terms of something didactic before we get off here today, I want to.
Okay. Stephen with the big words. Isn't that doesn't didactic means like start from like the solution and work your way backwards or something like that?
it's kind of like a almost like a teaching kind of thing. I like to review the I think I want to say it's a Southern Georgia Pro. I want to say. I know we don't often talk a lot about classic folks, but Farid Aceto and Fear Mirror is what he goes by. Um, they're two classic guys up and coming. Fear Mirror got his pro card at Ben Weider last year. Looking good, put on some size, conditioning is crazy. Um, and then Farid, Chris Aceto's son, he just got, I want to say he got third at the Natural Canada Pro Show, but he looked great as well. And so this is a show that they're going to be competing in. And I don't know the other competitors, and it's not released because it's not until September, but I like to review their physiques. Having said that, um, this is the year after Aaron Banks won the Olympia. And before he went up against Chiron, there are a few people, few circles out there saying he should not compete. He should just get ready for the Olympia. He's taking a risk by being the defending Olympia champion, competing against folks at a big show. I don't know. I mean, I don't see why he shouldn't compete. Why not? If you're confident, you feel ready to compete. But I guess they were saying the stakes would be high if he loses, and he ended up losing. And maybe it took some of his momentum because this was the year he got third. Um, Behind Ryan Terry, who won. This was Ryan Terry's first one in 23. Second place was Brandon, and Banks got third. And this was the beginning of Ryan Terry's three in a row. So, yeah, man, Ryan Terry and Ali and everybody else going to have to deal with this on the far right. And
So I don't see anything on your screen.
do you not?
No, no, no.
Am I not sharing?
I see that you're looking at the IFBB Pro League menu, but I just see the small thumbnails. I don't see
Interesting. So when I push this, you don't see it open up.
no. Mm-mm.
Ah,
I'm
okay.
waiting to see Kyron's Kyron's silhouette.
I
But yeah,
see.
I haven't.
So this is what
And
I'm
this is why we need you. Yes, you,
ah,
the person who's looking and or watching this, whether you're doing your cardio and you're listening, or you're visually watching us, we need you to come and 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 what we need them to do, Stephen?
do what I'm doing right now so we can
Yeah,
keep talking.
scrolling. Yeah, scrolling, finding the shots, being very quick. You know, one thing I really like about watching sports, especially like basketball, is like you always have analysts in the background finding stats um, and references. So, and they're feeding the commentators with that information. Commentators, they don't know all that knowledge off the top of their head. They don't know percentages from
Right.
like the 2003 season, things like that. They have analysts feeding them that information. That's what we need. We need somebody who loves this sport like we do, that can, but is great and resourceful at finding key facts, searching for things, and pulling them up on the fly.
Now I just added this to photos. See how I'm doing all this stuff, man? We need you recently saved. If you're out there, you can hear us because these are recently saved. Here we go. So now it should pop up.
You got to give them like a hosting credit or something.
Something.
No, I'm dead serious. It'd be great. You know, when we're at the shows and we're interviewing people or nah, I'm not gonna say that yet. I'll wait.
Do you see it now though?
No, no, I see it happen. I see just the menu, the bottom menu bar. I see, you know, where it says 1,000, 1,800 photos out of
Are you serious?
some. Yeah.
Oh well,
Let's just forget about it. Let's keep talking.
darn it.
You know?
So yeah, anyway, I think you're right. Chiron is a wild card. He's a wild card. And Ryan Terry is going to have to deal with that. Ali's going to have to deal with that. Brandon Hendrickson is going to have to deal with Chiron. I mean, listen, I mean, if you think about their physiques, what does Chiron not have that the others do have? And I think the answer is nothing. I mean, he has conditioning, he has size, he can pose, he has presence. If he's on, why wouldn't he win? I'm serious. Why wouldn't he win? That's what I'm saying. So I don't know, man. It sounds like I'm making a prediction without making a prediction.
What is your prediction?
I don't know, man. We might have to make that later.
So
If you
here,
put if you put me on the spot, if I had to go top three, um, and I'm just going to assume everybody comes in at their all-time best. I'm honestly gonna have to say Kyron, Ryan Terry, Brandon, Ali, and Banks fighting for four.
so everybody at the all-time best. So you telling me a Banks at his all-time best can't be Ali?
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Everybody is talking about his best was back then. What 2022? We
I
want the
think it
old
was
Banks to
though.
come by. Okay, you said if everybody's at the all-time best, that means he looks better than what he did back then.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing, and I know what you're saying, and I can't say I necessarily disagree with you, but Ali's all-time best, you got to understand, is going to include a crazy core. Like no one has his core, and his
I
back
never
has
seen
come up a lot.
I never seen him off. So I never seen him off. So I think he would I
You think he'll look the same? That's what you're about to say.
felt it would have been offensive if I said that. But I think all-time best Banks will come ahead of Ali. See the Chiron thing? I I don't know where to put him. A Brandon, all-time best Brandon, all-time best Brandon. Can he beat? You telling me he can't beat Chiron?
I didn't say he couldn't. You just asked me to make a prediction. I didn't say he couldn't beat him. I mean, anybody can be beat, even at their all-time best, because it depends on who's judging too. But I mean, and Brandon's back has come up. Yeah, I don't know if you've seen some of his latest pictures, but he's uh he's come up in terms of just putting on size, and his condition is going to be there. Like I've never seen Brandon off condition wise. But man, Chiron is a whole lot of dude, man.
A whole lot.
You
So look,
know,
here's the thing. The difficulty, and I feel like I replied in the wrong way. I'm just pushing back on your prediction because the difficulty of saying if everybody's at the all-time best is that you can always have like the assumption that Aaron will be his all-time best, Brandon will be his all-time best, Kyron will be his all-time best, and we will have to we can't visually imagine what the all-time best look like.
so
So
you can strip that from the
here's
record. Take out all
okay.
time
So
best.
here's what I would say. Here's what I would say. I think it would be huge for the sport for it to be a two-man race with Brandon and Terry. I think Terry's going to come out on top, right? I mean, he just looks phenomenal. He's not skipping a beat. Is he still coaching himself?
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure. I
If
haven't heard
he's
anything
coaching
different.
himself, there's no variables. He's not dependent on like, oh, man, he has to be extremely detail oriented for him to coach his own self, and he has to be mentally strong to coach yourself and not to second guess your look in the mirror. I think that's just so impressive. Say Terry, Brandon, yeah, one of the most amazing coaches in the business.
Neil Yoda Hill is this coach?
Yeah, yeah. If I can afford him, and if I had the potential, I would definitely pick him. He's not gonna coach me because I don't have the potential. Um,
Oh boy.
but I tell him all his lives. And I'm like, man, eventually I'm gonna meet him and I'm gonna tell him to coach me, and he's gonna say yeah. Um, so look, Brandon second, but it's gonna be a hard fight. They're gonna pose him to death, and Terry's gonna come on top.
That's your prediction? 1, 2.
That's my 1-2.
Where's Chiron?
And wait. I was I'm still doing the top five. So that I think 3, 4, and 5 is a toss up. I
Mm,
think it's a toss up because I feel that Ali is great for business. I said this before. He's great for business. So you keep him in that picture. He has his little spark in his eye. He's representing such a huge fan base. Chiron is like he's brought a level of excitement to the men's physique division for this year. I think he's bringing more excitement than anybody else. And then Aaron, it's like Aaron is kind of like we seen we seen his best, and he's living like feel like he's living in that shadow of his best and people's
mm,
voices and people like you have people who are rooting against him solely because of his personality. It's not necessarily because of his physique, because I never
yeah.
heard one critique about his physique. It's always about who he is, like his personality, his
Well,
media,
conditioning too, though.
his online personality. That was only one time, and I know exactly what you're talking about. I feel that if he has a hunger for the sport like he wants, like I feel that he once did, he can beat out the other two. I just feel like I honestly just like I just want him to come back. He has looked better, but last year during Olympia, I visually see him crunching down on his abs and I think it was in order to compete with against Ali. You know
Mm,
what I'm talking about?
I
But
do.
he did something like this,
Yep.
and I just visually saw he's lean, but what I visually saw was like like I don't have the vocabulary to say what I want to say because I feel like it would be offensive. It just didn't seem like it looked good when he crunched down on his abs. These are just the top five people that people are always talking about. There's a few other guys who have the physique that could be in that top five. Who would who would you think could make it into that top five?
Are you
Who we
talking
didn't
about?
speak of?
Are you talking about people that we haven't mentioned that, like, you mean like wild
That we
cards,
have
like people that can just
wild cards.
come out of nowhere?
Yes.
Let me think. Let me
I
think.
mean,
Because
if you think about it, Ali came from like eighth to like third, didn't he? Eighth to second or something like that.
he came from eighth to second or ninth to second or something, and been second ever since, 2 years in a row. He doesn't have any new stuff, does he? Um, so and we got some new names. What I need to do, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go to uh Men's Physique Show. Where is it? Where is it? That's what Hart McGrath, because the elite, there we go. The elite bodybuilder site, the one that used to have all the lists of qualified athletes, Ben Weider, you remember the one we would always go to? Maybe you don't
We
remember.
need that on. We need that on the podcast page.
Well, they shut down is what I'm saying.
The Natty by Nature podcast page. We need to have a reference point for people to look at.
We probably can reference these guys here, but this thing right here, I'll show you. These guys, they're no longer, like, see how it says the end? So they're not even doing these lists anymore because they used to do the Ben Weider, and I would
All
used
of them.
used to go to the list and stuff, but they don't do it anymore.
Think they got shut down?
Oh no, I guess they just I can't remember what they said. I mean, in their last post, they mentioned why they're moving on. But thankfully, Hart McGrath and company took it over. And so these are the standings. Like these are the current standings. So the people at the top, all these folks, you can see this, right?
So look, the guy from China who came in fourth
Six.
place last year,
He was six. Jishwin.
yeah, on the right hand side, came in sixth or he came in fourth.
He was six. He was six.
He has polished, a polished physique.
He does, man.
He and the new and improved Corey Morris too.
Corey
You gotta keep
Morris.
in mind, dude is like what 6'1", 6'2".
Corey Morris is tall and he's bubbly. Mr. Delicate.
Yeah. So I can't wait until next. Can't wait till September to see everybody side by side because I feel like when people competed, they made a big noise for for that competition they competed in. But then they went away, and then somebody else came up. Like, but you never saw them side by side. I never seen Corey Morris next to Junction Junction Yi. I never seen them side by side. So send everybody on the same platform, the same stage. That's gonna be a sight to see.
It is, man. And honestly, I mean, the fact of the matter is somebody has to win and somebody has to place second through last. You know what I'm saying? And so after a while, it gets really crowded at the top to the point where it's really hard to make sound predictions. Looking at this list, I mean, we can go to the usual suspects, right? So Ryan Terry, Brandon Hendrickson, Ali Bilal, Kyron Holden, Aaron Banks. Uh, in no particular order, those could be our top five. And no one would really argue with that initially, but then you introduce the folks that you talked about. Juxian, if he comes at his all-time best, meaning let's say he brings the same Olympia package last year, but he's a little better, he's in the conversation, right?
Yes, he
Corey
is. Yes.
Morris, he's on fire. If he brings that
Mhm.
package, he could be in the top five. Why not? I mean, dude, it's crazy. Um, Edvon is
And they
always in the conversation. He got bigger and better. I mean, so
don't forget the couple people at the top of the point standings.
yeah,
I
so
mean, they
E-Man is on a redemption tour, man, because he was fourth in the world a couple times in a row and then he slipped a little bit. So I'm sure he's coming with the fire. Um, Ryan Clark is looking great, man. He brought his all-time best against Corey Morris at this last show. Was it Tampa? No, Atlanta. The Atlanta show, which was, I want to say last weekend. And he looked great, man. So, I mean, it's some hitters on here, some heavy hitters on here, of course. But as I said, somebody has to win, somebody has to lose. And so I really wish, and I can go back to it, it's just not up to date,
so,
but I wish I had the updated standings for Ben Weider. I might ask, I mean, I don't know who would be willing to do that or if it's out there, but that's another show, the Ben Weider Pro, Men's Physique Pro.
mhm,
It's gonna be
mhm.
crazy. If all these
Yeah.
folks that are qualified go, it's gonna be similar to the Men's Physique Olympia. It's like, who's gonna win? You know? Um,
I Corey, who won the being with it last year, he's competed in the Olympia. He's right there on the left side of the list, third from the
he
yeah,
is.
right there.
And I'll
Um,
be shocked if he didn't do Ben Weider. I mean, because the Olympia is like 9 weeks before Ben Weider, something like that. He should come back, try to defend his title. Try to qualify for the Olympia again. I would.
He seems like he's just not coasting is not the right word. I think it seemed like it's easy for him, like what he's doing right now. Like his level of conditioning right now, I think he has a certain level of motivation to just keep going. And I think for him, it just like you're just doing what you do day in, day out until the show comes. So, like it's just natural.
I think what you're saying, honestly, is the fact that I think he's enjoying himself. I think he's enjoying life, not just winning. I think he's in a good place. And I don't know him personally. I mean, we met, you know, talked a little bit, man. Real cool
Got
guy.
got to get him on the
Um,
show.
man, we got a few people we gotta get on the show, but this is a guy, man, who just seems to be just in his element, you know. He's going to Olympia. He's a natural lifetime. He's a vegan. So he just has different platforms. He's affecting people positively. You can't help but to take energy from that. And so I think you're just seeing a guy who's just really enjoying where he is. And so when you enjoy it, it's not, I'm not saying it's not hard, but it probably doesn't feel like work, like you're not enjoying it. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is not up to date. This is the one from Elite Bodybuilders, and there have been several shows. In fact, this is from July, man. So anyway, even with this not being up to date, the lineup
One thing,
right here is like crazy. And
one thing,
yeah,
one thing we must keep in mind. We must keep in mind. Sorry for interrupting, Stephen.
no, you're good, man.
There are so many people who are not who have competed in past band readers who's not on this list. There are some heavy hitters out there, and I don't think it's fair to leave them out. Now, without clarifying that we're only talking about those that are eligible to compete in the sheer spin weighter. We're not talking about they're the best natural athletes. There's so many. There's people overseas. There's people still here in the U.S. who was top five the last couple of years. They're not on this list. So I just wanted to clarify that. But you can proceed. What are you about to say about this particular list? That
Well,
that
this
it's not all
non-updated
encompassing.
list, this non-updated list is still. I mean, I think I posted something that said Ben Weider is going to be prime time. The men's physique pro is going to be prime time. In other words, get your popcorn and find you a good seat because I mean, you got some really strong competitors on this list, and it's going to be really entertaining. If you love bodybuilding, if you love men's physique, you're going to really enjoy yourself at Ben Weider if you're going. Even if you don't go, even if you do the live stream, you're going to enjoy it because similar to the men's physique Olympia, you can make an argument for probably a good four, five, six people who could win. Um, and to not to avoid disrespecting those who aren't on this updated list, I really won't go into my predictions again. But I mean, you can look at some of the names and kind of see what I mean. So we'll see.
But
I'm kind of curious. Go ahead.
if you're like going back to an earlier point that you made about you wish you attended a national show prior to competing nationally, and I just want to say this: if you are a natural athlete and you have not gone to a national show, or you would like to see, if you want to elevate your game to see what package you need to bring to be competitive at a national show, this is the show to come to. The accommodations are perfect. You don't even have to leave the hotel. There's
Yeah.
plenty of room. You can stay right there at the hotel. There's eight Airbnbs within close proximity. It's a perfect show to go to, not only to see people in men's physique, but you can see the women, you can see the classic guys, you can see so many different athletes, and they are all natural. So
Yes.
this is a show to come to see everybody who's on the same playing field as us. And I love I love the lobby area of the hotel because people are always there. They're always like lounging around or they're eating, and that's how I met you. You remember that? So look,
I do.
you was chilling there and you was eating something, and I just see like I know another professional guy when I see one, and we just sparked up a conversation and just happened, and you was telling me about an idea about podcasts and like that's just how it naturally happened.
That's right.
So when
That's
it
right.
comes to like being around people who are natural just like us, come to Ben Weider's. DC, let me say one more thing about this.
Of course.
DC is right down the road. So while it's at the border of Virginia, you can travel over to DC. We went out to eat in DC. There's plenty of places to go to. You can go see the White House. There's just so many different places you can visit. Like I think it's the Museum of the Bible. It's, it is so just come. You know, it's so much to do, and every single year the show gets better. Right? I remember the first year I went, there were two shows on the same day. It was the Armed Forces show and it was Ben Weider,
What year
and it
was
was
that?
like it was 2023, maybe 24. But it was just too like it was nice to meet other people, but it was just too many people. So they listened to our feedback and then they separated the show. So it's only Ben Weider. And it hmm. And then more people came to the thing. Like it was like 400 plus athletes. And they are natural. It's like, whoa. So now they're dividing the days up. So it's more days. It's
Yeah.
spread it out over more days. So you can come earlier and you can see both men and women compete. But every year it gets better and it gets better and it gets better.
Yeah. Uh,
I
Starting
really
with
like this
maybe
podcast
12
show. Can you
seasons.
go back to the profile of this podcast show?
I
Like
can. I was wondering why wouldn't it give
if
me? I was trying to show, huh? No, I don't see it. I was trying to find the Ben Weider. Um. Anyway,
that
I
guy looks
can't find
great.
it now. But
Who's this? Who's that guy? Go back. Who's that guy? Yeah.
which one?
On the stories that had the classic physique. Look,
Right here.
no. If you click
Oh,
on the
that's
story,
Demain. He goes by the bearded one. That's Demain Dawson. You talking about him?
yeah,
Yeah, that's Demain Dawson.
can you go to
Well,
his profile page?
yeah, he was the bearded one. Now he's the natty standard. Uh, so let me just go on
He's
back here.
he's
He's something, man. Will he show up if I do that? Because I don't think it said the natty standard. I'm probably spelling it wrong. So let's just
he
do
has to look the natty standard. If you listen to this, you need to trademark that phrase because you can turn around and you can create t-shirts, you can create apparel that says the natty standard, and we can all own that like that message. Like imagine one of us walking around with that shirt
the
on. Like we feel like we're the daddy standard in our own community. So if you haven't trademarked that phrase, go ahead do that, man.
so the there he is. And yeah, he's a beast, man. I
Yes,
think he
he
won
is.
Yorton.
Golly,
He won
that's
Yorton last
impressive.
year, I think. And he just won the OCB presidential in preparation for the Yorton Cup.
Mhm.
And he's Jamaican. And I actually met him in person last year at Ben Weider because I guess he was there supporting some of the athletes. Um, and we comment on each other's posts and stuff, like each other's stuff. But yeah, he's legit, man. What can I say? He's legit. I'm wondering when he's gonna come over to NPC. He's been in OCB, man. You know, uh, but he's the real deal, as you can see. He's the real deal, and this is some of his stuff. If you ever go to
Who's
his
his
page,
coach?
I don't know. Heck, he might be his own coach, but I don't know. I mean, don't give me the line. I really don't know. This is some of his off-season stuff, man, but you know, just
That looked
monsters.
like it was. It looks like it was. It's AI. That's ridiculous. It's just said AI. Put some more muscle on my back.
Yeah, man. He's something else. He's something else. So, yes. Um, what did I
Good
want to
man.
do? I want to do something.
I love the attention that the natty bodybuilding community is receiving. I'm looking forward to seeing what 2027 looks like for those for us uh, natty bodybuilders.
It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. Shout out to Luke and Monet. They host Natty Physique Pod. Nice guys.
Didn't one of them compete recently?
Yeah.
There he
Uh,
is, right there. Yeah,
Monet. He competed at the Natural Canada. He won his class. Unfortunately, lost in the overall, but hey, you get back to the drawing board. He knows that, man. He looks great though. He would probably
yep.
agree that that was his all-time best, and he looks great, man. Great guys as well. They do a really good job of covering men's physique, natural, and I'm trying to take some notes from them. And this is a gentleman who won. I recently followed him, Sajid, and he looked great. He won the overall at the Natural Canada. He's a new IFBB pro, and Natty Physique Pod did a great job of just their coverage of that show. And in fact, I think Luke was there interviewing people, which was really cool. I love the interviews like right after the show or right after they leave the stage. It's really cool.
This this guy has the physique of the guy who won Ben Weider, um, who became pro in 2024.
Are you talking about Titus? No, no, you're
No,
talking
no,
about
no.
the guy he became pro.
He became pro.
Oh, Ricardo
Ricardo
Morello.
with the hair, the nice
Uh-huh.
hair.
Oh yeah, that's my guy, man. He's another nice guy. Um, but yeah, these guys do a great job. I went to their page because I was going to see. I might reach out to Luke and ask him if they have like an updated Ben Weider qualification list. Because as I said before, the elite bodybuilder info page, they're down now. They're no longer. Um, but I would love to see an updated Ben Weider list. Somebody needs to man that and
You
keep
know,
it updated.
the person who will become our stat guy or a gal who will be pulling up things as we discuss it on the show can be one of their first tasks.
You're gonna put them to work. I hear
We
that.
could let's just get an updated list of all those who are qualified, and let's post it on the page and tag them, help them too.
So here's the man. I want to pull this up first. So
Oh
over,
yeah, I remember him.
yeah. Yes, sir. So these are the guys that are kind of featured, although I would imagine there are going to be more pros in this show. Uh, these are the headliners in the Classic Physique division, uh, Natural IFBB Pro League, and I shouldn't say Natural IFBB Pro League.
I was
Uh,
about to say I thought he became a pro at Ben Weider's. Like,
he
why is
did,
he doing an NPC show? But now I see that it's both NPC and IFP.
yes, sir. And this is September 19th. I'm going to see if we can get them on before that. I know these guys are in prep and kind of getting down to the wire now. They're about 4 weeks out or so. But if it's possible, we'll try to make it happen. Otherwise, maybe we can get them afterwards. Um, but let's start off with Shameir Coleman-Smith. So I met him. I mean, I didn't really know who he was. Like in other words, I didn't know he had this under his shirt when I met him. We were in the athletes meeting, and he actually sat behind me. Uh, he might have been with one of his guys who also competed. I think they knew one another. And then he ended up winning his pro card. He got one of the pro cards in Classic. And like I said, he brought a great package, man. He brings great balance. His shoulders are crazy. Probably one of the best vacuums I've ever seen. He brought his legs up. I'm going to show you some updated stuff, but this is just some of his Ben Weider shots from last year that led to his IFBB Pro card. And again, it was well deserved, man. And he seems like a real cool guy. I think he's from New Jersey.
Yeah.
Got a story, man, which I love for him to share if he's willing. And outside
Young
of that,
too.
man, bodybuilder. His dad is Jack too, man. In
Yeah.
fact, yeah, here's a
He was there with him at the Ben Weider's, wasn't he?
was he? I don't know. I was
He had like a group of people with him.
okay, but yeah, but this is his dad.
Dude, that's one of the greatest joys of life to be able to see your son come and lift weights with you.
How crazy is that, man?
Man,
How crazy is that? Cause you did you work out with your son?
man, for the first time. For the first time, man, he was like we stayed at this hotel. We stayed at a lot of hotels during the summertime, and that guy was good.
Yeah.
And
You see him. This is him now. This is recent. This is 2 days ago, man. I mean, his shoulders are ridiculous. Nice V taper. Vacuum is perfect. Brought his legs up. He's definitely a
you know,
force to be reckoned with, man.
that's not even the best light. I mean, so that is it's hiding a lot that he has.
Which lets
But
you
yeah,
know how
that
crazy this is, because it's not the best light. He was probably trying to find the best light he could. In fact, they went on some kind of trip, him and Farid and Toyton, man, because I was trying to get Toyton on. Toyton competed in the natural candidate as well. Um, but he's another up and coming classic physique natural guy. But I saw some New York footage. I don't know if he has. Yeah, here it is. Here it is. That's Toyton there, and Shameir
well,
and
I went to
Farid.
that gym. That's in Manhattan.
Yeah, it is. It is. Yes, sir. So I posted something up there that it showed the question is, are these the up and coming classic natural guys or something like that? The future classic physique. But yeah, man, you see his shoulders? Like, what?
The guy on the left, I didn't know he had that back. Like on the front, like he looks very polished, but there's no way to tell that. Oh well, now that I see it, he,
You see it
his
now,
lats
right?
are showing. Yeah, I see it now.
Yeah, I thought he was gonna get at least second place at the Natural Canada. Uh, but I mean, again, it was some good competition, and the guy who actually won,
Look at
uh,
his pose,
it was a great
bottom right
pose.
hand corner. That looks like
This one,
what's the guy who made the praying Mathis? No, go back. So he has his hands in the air like this. What's the guy who made the praying mantis famous? Black guy, bodybuilder.
oh,
Uh,
Sergio Olivia,
Sergio, like yeah, he looks like him on that photo with his arms up right here with the light.
this one here.
Is yeah, right there. Well, I didn't know it was a video, but the
There you go.
thumbnail
There you go.
looks that thumbnail looks like the praying mantis photos. Like you go back and look at magazines back in the day.
I'm gonna see if I can pause it. There's a way to
I
pause it.
used,
There you go. Anyway,
yeah,
yeah, he looks good, man.
it does.
So well, Battle of West Georgia, I guess. Now I'm just gonna go to Farid real quick. Another gentleman I would love to.
One, one, one more thing I would say about the guy you're on right now.
Yep,
Wait, what's his name?
his name is Shameir.
Shameir.
He goes by Fear Mirror.
One thing I would say about Shameir, and to everybody who is up and coming in the bodybuilding space, this is what we mean by max your body out before you even consider going to the dark side. This guy is a natural, and he looks this good.
It's crazy.
Like, don't tell me what's not possible. Like push your body to its limits before you even consider picking up anything. Look
Yeah,
at
no
him.
doubt. No doubt. And I think I want to say this is his first show. Yeah, my NPC debut. And he won something. I don't think he won the overall because I think that last shot was him in the top three. But I mean, and like I said, we got to get him on because I think he's young.
He's
I
yeah,
mean,
he's 22.
did you see that somewhere?
Yeah. He has
22
it on
years
his
old.
profile.
Dude, I didn't look like that at 22. I'm just
Man, if it
I'm
wasn't
just
for the
saying.
pandemic, I wouldn't have picked up a weight. I remember joining Lifetime in August of 2020, and I fell in love with the sport. This one guy, I started working out with him. He pushed me hard. I said, "Man, I got to start eating to keep up with this guy." And like my body transformed in like a matter of 3, 4 months. And so yeah, at 22, I was not looking like this. I wasn't even thinking about this.
And I got married at 22, man. So I was getting married and starting a new chapter in
Bef-
life, bro.
before you started lifting weights, like at 20, like when you were 22, were you skinny or were you bigger? Were you fat?
I was thinner. I'm the
Really?
type when I
Wow, that's
become
impressive,
inactive,
man.
I lose weight. I lose weight when I'm inactive. I don't gain. Like I don't get fat. I mean, people say
Wow.
wait till you get 30, wait till you get 40, wait till you get, at every milestone, I don't know if I mean, I'm sure it's genetics to a big degree, but I don't gain weight like that. I mean, I know where fat likes to go. Fat loves my midsection and my low back, but I think that's maybe for all intents and purposes pretty common with men as they get older. You know, I guess that's arguable, but having said that, even when I collect fat in my midsection, I don't look fat, especially if I get inactive, which I haven't been inactive in 3 years. I was, I
Do
was
you,
on the thinner side.
do you
You
think
don't
you will
believe
ever get to
me?
the point where you are not lifting anymore
I hope
or
not.
not eating right? Not I never like I don't know what that would look like. I don't know what it would like what would it take like
It would have
to
to take
give
something
this
tragic
up?
because I mean, it's like I've seen too much. You know what I'm saying? I have seen too much, and this was me at 39.
Whoa.
That's me at 39. That's me at 49.
Whoa.
Yeah, man.
It's two different mentalities right there. Like not just physical changes, but mentally, that's two different dudes.
Oh yeah, and this was a guy. This was day zero for P90X because I was like, I got to
P90X.
do something. Yeah, remember P90X?
I remember P90X. That was like super popular. They used to have it on the info commercials.
That's right, man.
You
Beach
know when you
Body.
leave the TV on when you fall asleep,
That's
you leave
right.
the TV on.
Beachbody.com. And I did P90X a couple times. And I gained muscle and all that kind of stuff. But I mean, what was different? Here's another shot. Same set of pictures, but now I got my arms down, 39 versus 49. And it's like I was tired of being tired, man. And that's what really I was trying to find. I won't belabor this because I'm trying to go see Farid Aceto's page, but I'm looking for how I looked right before I started lifting 3 years ago. Uh, that you see this, right?
You look super smooth in that photo, man.
Hey, I was 22,
So look,
1999, man.
so I said this as a joke before, but has anybody ever confused you with
Yes, I know you're about to say
what's the actor?
Michael
The
J.
actor
White.
that fights. Yeah, Michael, yeah. Wait. Michael J. White, is he from New York Undercover? I'm not talking about him.
Who are you talking about? I'm talking about the
The,
guy he was in Spawn. Why did I get married?
yeah.
Yeah,
Him. Yeah,
I
okay,
get it
okay,
all the
okay.
time. My own wife says it, man. So it must be true, right? Where is it, dude? Come on.
So you don't think it's true? You don't think you look like him?
I mean, I see what people are saying. But I mean, apparently I look more like him than I think I do because random people. Okay, it got to be coming up now, man. That's that overall one, by the way, in Colorado. When I thought I was a stuff, then I got humbled. Here we go. I don't know if can I pause this? Yeah, I can pause that. That's how. Oh, anyway, that's how I looked. That was another P90X. This is a video I did back in 24, but that's how I looked. See how thin I was?
So, so do you are you genetically gifted when it comes to arms, or did you deliberately work like overwork your arms or something
Genetics,
like that?
genetics,
Mm,
definitely genetics. And don't get me
I
wrong,
was
I did
hoping.
work on my arms, but I
Mm,
don't have a problem growing arms.
mm.
Arms and shoulders are no problem. Back, I had this back I built from scratch, man. I built my back from scratch. Here we go. That's my first show there. It was May of 2023. And this is just about a year apart. And it was
No
Mr.
way.
Minnesota. Got my well, right now it'd be called the WNBF is what it's called now because they bought out the NANBF. So I got my WNBF pro card here.
Nice,
Yep.
nice.
So yeah, man, that's a brief story. I got a lot of pictures on here, man. And
Yeah,
all
you're gonna
this.
have a story to tell when you win your pro card in the NPC.
Amen. Say it again.
You
Let it
got to
be so,
practice that
Jesus.
pose. Like we practice the poses for competing, but you
Uh-huh.
have to if you haven't start practicing the pose when you're holding up a pro card above your head. You got to suck those abs and make sure you keep them tight.
Hey, I want to show you something. I'm gonna see if I can find it. Because I think I did it from, did I do it from this account?
Oh, you still
Uh,
sharing your screen? Just heads up.
oh, okay, okay. Maybe I'll look at it later. But anyway, there was a guy who basically the whole video is like
Mhm.
16 weeks out. He had his arm over here, just like this, and he's eating.
Well, I can't see you. Can you make your image bigger?
So let's do this then. I'm gonna unshare. Then I'm gonna go back to Farid. Okay,
Okay.
so he's sitting like this, right?
Mhm.
And he's eating. 16
Mhm.
weeks out, 12 weeks out, 4 weeks out, day out, and he's like different outfits, different meals, but he's eating each time. And then it shows one day after the show, and he's holding a medal. The medal's around his neck, and he's holding his medal, and he's eating something. So basically, that was him basically predicting that he was gonna, win his show, or whatever. And it was a real cool video. Uh, I might try to find it, but anyway, it was real cool, man.
You brought that up to say that that he kept his abs tight during the whole process, or
No, I brought it up because you said I need to practice hoisting up my pro card, and I was
oh, that's
saying,
what he was practicing.
yeah, he was
Oh, I see.
practicing holding the medal in his hand.
That went way over my.
Oh no,
You got to break it. You got to break it down for me, man.
that's
You got to simplify things.
that's why I chuckled. I
Draw
was like, no, that's not
draw
what
the
happened.
conclusions for me sometimes. No, but yeah. You practice hoisting that card up. I know I was backstage and I was just looking at the card like, no, it's just a piece of paper, but just to be able to hold that
It'll be great, man.
cardboard because they just have them in the back. Every time before the Ben Weeders, I always go the night before and just
Kind
grace
of
the stage,
visualize.
just walk the stage. Yeah, figure out how many steps it takes to get to certain points on the stage. Look at the trophies, like how they're made and their curves and stuff like that.
I feel like that would make me
And
nervous.
what?
I don't know why.
Looking at the trophies
Yeah, I got a little PTSD.
from what? From almost holding it and I grabbing, not being able to get it. No,
Have you ever
man, don't
played
let that get to
Fortnite?
you, man.
You ever played Fortnite?
I may have, but I'm not sure. I could confuse the video games.
Well, in Fortnite, you open up these chests and they got weapons, they got items that help you heal. Anyway, it's like a treasure trove of stuff. And so
Mm.
when me and Mark, we were sitting on the diagonal or standing on the diagonal, waiting for one of us to be announced, I see out the corner of my eye, I see the backpack, I see the pro card, I see the trophy. And so I'm thinking about Fortnite. I don't know why I'm thinking about Fortnite on stage, man, but I'm like, man, I'm about to open up this treasure. And then they called my name. And I was like, oh. So, I got a little PTSD, but I mean, it's nothing that's gonna like stop me. More on
This
that in
kid
a
looked
second.
good. Like
Yeah, yeah.
I saw him after the Canada show. What the guys from the other podcast, they interviewed him.
The interview for Reed.
Yeah, so I one thing I like about him about one of the hosts, the light-skinned one, is like he knows a lot of people and he got certain access to them. And so he interviewed this guy, I think like in his hotel room or something like that.
Oh yeah,
And
well
that's
he
my
was
first
there.
exposure to him. That's my first exposure to this classic physique guy that we're looking at.
Well, Luke was there, and
Yeah, that's what I'm.
I think Luke is Canadian. I think they're Canadian.
Hmm.
Luke and Manune, if I'm wrong, I'm sorry. But yeah, but this is Farid. I want to say he's 21. Just got his pro card and now he's competing in the pro shows. Looks good, man. What
Yeah,
can
he
I say?
does.
It looks good.
I,
Got
I don't think the
the
pictures does
quad.
him justice.
These don't.
That one
I mean,
does. That
and they
looks
look
good.
great. Don't get me wrong, but I'm just saying, like, I mean, again, similar to Shameir, this guy is very balanced. This is him getting his pro card. Great chest. Uh, great poser. I think that that's something I really appreciate, especially being a non-classic guy. I appreciate great posing, and this guy poses
Same.
really nicely, man. And I posted something. I posted this picture, this first picture on Natty by Nature, and just put up the word classic. I don't know if you remember that, because that's classic, man. That's a very nice pose for him.
That's a
Um,
great pose. He, I'm pretty sure he will critique you at a certain level. Like I could have done this, I could have done that, but look at that. That is impressive to start here.
Ain't that crazy?
How long ago was that? Does he say?
Uh, I don't I don't see it. It doesn't look like he says it.
So all those cardio warriors that are listening and not visualizing, we're looking at Farid Aceto. He's a young, up and coming classic guy. He competed at the show that was in Canada a couple weeks ago, and we're just looking through his page, and his physique looked phenomenal. He posted a photo. He posted a video that looks like it went viral of him before he started working out. And keep in mind, he's young. He's only what 21, 22.
Yeah, I think he's
So
29, yeah.
for him to show a video when he first started, like, and compared to now, to be so young, he had to start at a young age, maybe 16, 17. So it doesn't matter how old you are, you can't use the that guy's older than me. He's in his 30s, he's been lifting for 10 years. You can't use that. Just this guy is a testament that through hard work, you can do a lot in a short amount of time. And again, max out your body before you start thinking about going to the dark side. Look at this guy's physique.
Yeah, just crazy, man. I mean, what can you say? What can you say? I'm going to pause when he gets to that classic pose. Let's pause it there. I mean, great legs, nice vacuum, good conditioning. Look at his serratus, man. Nice bicep peak, got the width, you know. Again, another force to be reckoned with. Um, so it looks like classic physique pro is going to be prime time as well. Because you got to think about it when you think about classic. You got you remember Prosper, No 04?
Hmm.
So he
Yeah,
won.
he's from the UK.
Yep. So I'm assuming after he does the Olympia, he's going to come back to Ben Weider because he's lifetime eligible because he won. I don't know. Has Hurricane competed? Jeffrey,
So about prior Ben Weider's.
no, no, no. Has he competed this year to win? I mean, like, to qualify for Ben Weider.
I believe so. Yeah, yeah. Wait. He became pro last year at Pittsburgh. So
He did. And then he competed
he
at Ben Weider and he got second
he
to Prosper.
yeah, and then he competed again this year, and I believe he came in either second. I think he came in second place
He did
or
compete.
first place. But no matter what, he's eligible. if you come in top two.
Oh, good. Okay, so he'll probably be there. Um, then you have, let's go down to this picture here. You have Matt Butali, the second guy from the right, goes by Schwarzenegger. He got second behind his first gentleman. And brother, I'm sorry that I forgot your name, but this is a gentleman that won the Natural Canada, the far left. He won it. And Matt, second from the right, got second. So they're both Ben Weider qualified in Classic. And then obviously we're going to see how Chris Aceto does against Shameir and whoever else is competing at the Battle for West Georgia. So get your popcorn, man. Classic is going to be good. And I know I'm forgetting people too. I know I'm forgetting people. There are people
We
overseas who
all,
competed.
and that's the thing about the natty world is that while the embassy is doing a phenomenal job of covering us, there's still a lot of work to do when it comes to ensuring all players receive proper media coverage.
100%. 100%. So I think what it's going to take, and we've talked about it in previous episodes, it's going to really just take advocacy from just different angles. It can't be,
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I think the podcasters like us, Natty Physique
Mhm.
Pod, and any other, natural bodybuilding entities out there, yeah, I mean, we have a voice to some degree, but I think what better way to hear it than from the athletes? I think athletes need to be advocates as well. If you got to send letters, if you just got to show up to shows and just compete, just bring your best physique, compete, make it a big show, advertise the show that you're in, just grow the sport. It might not happen overnight, but look how far we've come I mean, I'm just gonna say 3 years because I've only been doing it for 3 years. And Ben Weider is 3 days long now for a reason. So it's growing. But you know, we gotta keep growing. Um, Last thing I want to ask you about concerning like the Olympia, because I know that the Olympia, obviously, it's like the cream of the crop. Uh,
True Olympia or the Olympia Olympia?
I mean the Olympia, like Mr. Olympia. Because I
Okay.
mean, there's a natural Olympia in, I guess it's the PNBA, I want to say, that federation, they have their natural Olympia. But I'm talking about Joe Weider's Olympia. That's the cream of the crop, at least in international recognition. And so if a natural bodybuilder, um, particularly classic in men's physique, and then there are, ladies divisions, I think with the exception of women's bodybuilding, that can qualify for the Olympia. Um, then that's like tip top. You know what I'm saying? That's like the peak. I'm not saying that's the peak of your career, but that's going to be that got to be one of the peaks of your career, right? Um, how can we make other opportunities, or better yet, as we've talked about in different episodes, how can we make Ben Weider the natural Olympia? I don't know if it's a name change, a branding change, uh, a perspective change, because right now Ben Weider is our Olympia, although we don't call it an Olympia, with the prize going to the overall winner who goes to the Olympia. You know what I'm saying? Is there a way that we can kind of, I mean, is Ben Weider our Olympia? That's the question.
If you're looking at what the current opportunities are, then the short answer is yes. Ben Weider right now is like the top where you can go in the natural competition within NPC. But if you look at um, if you just look at what Pittsburgh Pro has done by adding a natural component to their show, and you look at the DC Pro, they have a natural component to their show. I feel like we're just I think the snowball effect will happen. We're just building up momentum. We're at the infancy of the natural world, and I'm more of a futuristic thinker. I was told that sometimes I have to connect the dots because everybody don't think that far ahead. But as more shows are being tagged as more shows are attaching a natural component to it, you will see more people come up the ranks doing these natural shows, and ultimately there will be a lot more. There'll be an influx of people at doing natural shows. I think there's a certain level of in order for the sport to grow as a whole, not just the natural side, I think we will have to scale back our association with drugs.
Mm.
And as more companies see that concerted effort for us to pull away from that, like more companies will come and be a part of what's considered a niche sport. What do you call
Right.
niche? What do you call niche interest? What do you call those? It's not underground. It's something like there's a specific word that says that people are particularly interested in this small is population of
I'm not sure.
people of like interest. Right now, I think it's seen as like a small population of people with like interests. And I think in order for it to explode uh, like uh, like paddleball, not paddleball,
Pickleball.
pickleball, it has to be, it has to be, we have to open up the doors so that it's not just a people, small amount of people who are eligible to step on stage. And I think like in 2030, we'll see a natural Olympia, and we'll see a natural Olympia because there's so many shows that are like a Ben Weider that there has to be one designated show that says like this is what the winners of these Ben Weiders, this is what they go to next. Right
Mm.
now, the only thing we have that's like that, Stephen, is the winner of the Ben Weiders. They have a qualification to go to the compete at the Olympia right
Right.
now. All right, that's what Tori is doing, right?
Hmm.
But we need another level where the winners of all these shows that are very stellar, just like Ben Withers, where we go to compete, and it's going to take about 4 more years to get there.
I think
So,
I think
so
I
yes,
don't disagree
Ben.
with you.
If you look at the current state, if you look at the current plane of the natural side of the IFBB, yes, Ben Readers right now is that Olympia.
Hmm.
But looking ahead, we need more Ben Weider shows. We need more very competitive shows. Everybody, 400 athletes came to Ben Weiders last year. In order to replicate that, you need a stellar production. You need the space. It has to be a central area where everybody come in. The DCVA, what do you call it? The DMV area, they
DMV.
have a lot of they have a lot of athletes over there. So to be able, it has to be in a centralized area where everybody can get to, and you have more shows, and the winner of all these shows that will have to we will have to create something for us like a natural Olympia.
Well, I think if we keep forcing the powers that be to expand the show, I think, the proof is in the pudding. We're making a case that we need more. We're making a case that we want more. Um, and obviously, there's marketing, there's a financial, impetus to grow it or not grow it for the people that have the power to grow it. And so I think if it continues to be more and more marketable, we continue to get these athletes that are natural, that step on stage and don't look natural. If the groundswell of excitement for natural bodybuilding can continue to grow, uh, then my question is always, well, why not? Why wouldn't it continue to evolve into something that no one thought it could ever be? You know, when I first started doing research on bodybuilding, so we're talking late 2022. And I knew from the beginning I was going to be natural. Like I wasn't planning on doing anything else. So I looked up some natural bodybuilding shows and I was a little disappointed in what I saw, and obviously my research was limited. I didn't know where to look. I didn't know much about Ben Weider, that kind of thing, but I just looked up natural bodybuilding and went to YouTube and those guys look like they look like old skinny dudes. I'm just gonna be honest with you. Uh, but this is not, your grandmother's natural bodybuilding anymore, man.
It's not.
And it's beautiful. It's just a beautiful thing, man. To see some of the physiques that we reviewed today and some of the people we talked about today, to think that they're natural bodybuilders and making waves. It's just very exciting. And I think our future is bright, man. We just got to keep pushing the envelope.
Yeah, one thing that we discussed at one of our previous episodes is helping to fund some of these athletes, and it'd
Mm.
be great to um, get some natural athletes together, get a going, and just help to recognize one of these athletes. Maybe increase the pot for a show.
Hmm.
Um, Maybe help more top tier athletes to go to more shows and not just wait to Ben Weeders. And but yeah, it'll be great to do that. But one thing I pray for. I pray for additional finances so that I could just like if somebody that need help, I can just like look, just I'll take care of it. Just show up, man. Just show up. Right. I
There
think
might be an
that's
opportunity to do something too, and we can talk about it. But there might be an opportunity to, and I mean, I don't know. I don't know where Luke and Monene are, how they feel about it. But even if we just had like we just do something where we sponsor one athlete per year for Ben Weider. Like if you qualify for Ben Weider, we gather up our funds and maybe we do ticket and hotel or something. Or
mm.
or 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 we can start off small and just do registration. We can pay your registration or something like that.
So there has to be a certain level of buy-in from the athlete. So we look at the registration, those who register, and we pick from that.
Hmm.
And then that way they have some buy-in. And I like the original. I don't want to step on this idea. I like the idea. It would be great to hear feedback from viewers. Like, what could we do? I love the idea that you said help sponsor somebody to go to Ben Weeders. It would be great to expand beyond just that, beyond Ben Weeders, because everybody is coming there. Maybe there's a Vegas show. I don't
Right.
know.
We can think about it. We can
Again,
we
yeah,
can we
yeah,
can
I
tease
don't,
it
yeah,
out.
yeah.
I think
Let us
there's
know what
something there
y'all
though.
think. And we can keep this going offline too. Just keep the idea, keep the idea alive, you know?
Yeah, comment below if you got any ideas on that.
Mhm.
Because we want to give back. We want to help grow the sport, support the athletes, provide an incentive for people to compete and show up and show up at their best. There's a way to do it. We'll talk about it more. I think that'll be a good thing, though. So
Registration is what, like, is this like 125?
I'd have to check, but I
I
know the
mean,
more
that's
classes you compete in, you're adding another X amount of dollars.
but
You
just
know.
think about it. 125? That's nothing, man. If the bodybuilding community, if the natural community came together, we can accomplish that like this.
Oh,
It'd
no
be great
doubt.
to just have like a live show where we're just raising money and we keep track of the money, like we're public about where the money is going, who the money is going to, and like we're raising money like live, telling people to donate for this and telling where to donate. And just keep updated like this. All this is going there. We're not keeping nothing. Like this is for this person,
Yeah.
you know?
Hey, put a pin in it. Let's flesh that out some more because I think there's something there.
Don't let this die, man. Don't let
Oh
this die.
no.
Keep it. hold me accountable. Like Toby, you say he's gonna do this. You came up on some money. You say he's gonna do this. Like hold me accountable.
Yeah, for sure,
Uh,
man. For sure.
keep the idea alive. Thanks for doing this, Stephen. This is a idea that you had for a long time, and to see it come to fruition, this podcast, see it come to fruition is it's very inspiring, man. And you've been able to spotlight a lot of athletes over the year that you've been doing this. So and just keep it going, man. Don't lose steam. Don't be afraid to ask for help. If you know, it'd be great if some people start volunteering and wanting to help here and there with editing or whatever the case may be. Maybe get some advice. Maybe donate a mic or two, um, or just watch it and share it. You know, at the very least,
Watch,
keep it going,
like,
man.
comment, share. I'm
You,
pointing down.
this man does a lot behind the scenes that y'all don't see. So
All good.
every share counts.
I do it because I love it. So appreciate you, man.
Yeah, anytime, man.
All right.
All right,
Until
all right.
next time. Peace.